If you're new to this practice, the only thing that you have to do is breathe. That's it. And as simple as that might sound, it actually is a little bit more complex than that, because woven in with that is the recognition that you're holding your breath, and which is a very powerful tool. Our breath is life. Our breath, when we have a nice rhythmic, steady, smooth breathing pattern, this helps our nervous system to feel calm and relaxed. So for those of us who are experience, and we all experience levels of anxiety on, it's all relative to our own situation. But when we have the power, our superpower of the breath, we have the ability to bring our attention to our breath, and it helps when we notice that we're holding our breath. That's a sign that we're overworking. We're overwhelmed, overstimulated, overworking. And so that when we notice that, we just go, okay, let me focus on my attention on my breathing, and notice if I'm breathing kind of hard or breathing from the shoulders. Can I just inhale and expand? So as we begin this practice, this is all done completely lying down. And when you're ready, come to lying down. And your head will be relaxed, even completely on the mat. Yeah, that pillow will be back there somewhere. We'll use it later. If you're more comfortable with the knees bent, you can have them bent. But if you're more comfortable with the legs straight, you can have them straight. And if you're even more comfortable with a little pillow underneath behind your knees when you stretch your legs out, well, you can do that too. Just find a position. The most important thing that we'll be doing today is following and being aware of maintaining a smooth and gentle and rhythmic breath. So here we go. As you inhale and exhale, allowing your body to move down onto the mat. And allowing your body, as you lie down, to settle. Stretching your arms and your legs out on the mat. If possible, making sure that you can hear very well. Your arms can rest along the side of your body. Notice where your head, your shoulders, your arms, your pelvis, your hips, and your thighs and your feet are at this moment. And we check in with our body by bringing our attention to noticing how the breath feels. If possible, during this entire practice, I will encourage each of us to breathe with the mouth closed, breathing through your nose. Do the best that you can. Your eyes can remain opened or they can close. Listening to the sound of my voice, leading us, guiding us through this practice of awareness. Very important principle for our therapeutic yoga lifestyle practices. We practice awareness. So as you're lying at this moment, recognizing where your head is touching and making contact with your yoga mat, breathing smoothly, gently in and out through your nose, mouth closed. recognizing that there's a little space underneath your neck, in between the neck and your yoga mat. While you're breathing, recognizing, noticing how the shoulders are resting on the mat, and they're trying to be pretty even right to left side. You can make an adjustment as you need to try to get even. And feel as you stretch your arms out on the mat, just notice what you're feeling, the palms facing the ceiling, if possible. This is a receptive position. Feeling once again, noticing how the breath is moving in through your body. Notice that your shoulder blades are on the mat and your rib cage might be resting on the mat. You may or may not notice how your spine is placed on the mat, but just notice there could be a little space underneath your low back. Possibly, everyone's different. As you're breathing, feeling the breath moving smoothly through your body, your hips are placed on the mat, and if possible, they're even between the right and the left hip as you're breathing. The right thigh, the right leg, the right heel is stretched out on the mat, and so is the left thigh, the left leg, and the left heel. And for this moment, you are resting, supported, breathing smoothly. There's nowhere else to be. And as you're lying and resting, just bringing your awareness to the sensation of your breath. Gentle inhale, gentle exhale while you breathe with the mouth closed, if possible. Recommended. Breathing through the nose. No need to force or push the breath. Just do what feels comfortable. Inhaling and exhaling. In this gentle therapeutic yoga practice, we will bring our awareness to the idea that there are places in your body that are impacted by your breathing practice. They're moved when you breathe. And we'll bring our attention to 3 areas. There's a few more. And these areas, not only will you notice, we'll bring our attention to them as you're breathing and resting here, but later when we're doing our stretches, I'm going to ask you to notice if it's challenging to breathe in certain areas of your body while you are stretching. And I'll ask you just to only do as much as you can do while you are able to breathe. So let's bring our awareness to how the breath moves parts of your body, and we'll bring our attention to your lower abdomen, your lower belly. And at this time, if you will take your right hand and place it on your lower belly, your lower abdomen, and allow your elbow. So as I bend my elbow, your elbow gets to rest on the mat. Your fingers might just be lightly placed on your lower belly. With the mouth closed, breathing gently and smoothly in and breathing gently and smoothly out. Bring your attention to the sensation of your lower belly, your lower abdomen, and how it moves, gently rising as you inhale, gently falling as you exhale. Inhale, feel the expansion of the belly. Exhale, feel the relaxation. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, relaxation. Continue to breathe. No need to force or push, just notice. When you let go, the breath will automatically come into your lungs. The belly rises because the diaphragm, a very important muscle that lies, that connects, it separates really the upper chest area where your heart and your lung lies, separates it from your stomach, your abdominal area where your stomach and intestines and other organs lie. So right now, with your right hand on your lower belly, when you inhale, notice how the belly rises, it expands. And when you exhale, notice how the belly falls. Just keep your attention. Bring your awareness. Inhale, feel the expansion. Exhale, feel the relaxation. This is the first place of awareness. For our breathing awareness practice, where we'll be looking at 3 areas. Sometimes, and on my website, I call this 3-part diaphragmatic breathing. Let's bring your left hand to your rib cage. Once again, your elbows resting, arms completely supported. When you inhale, the belly rises and the ribs expand gently. And when you exhale, the ribs drop and the belly drops. Inhale, feel the belly rise, feel the ribs expand outward, and exhale, everything drops. Keep feeling that sensation of movement. Inhale, expansion of the belly and the ribs. Exhale, relaxation. Notice if your mind begins to think, if you get distracted, and that's pretty normal. Just come back to focusing your attention on noticing this smooth and rhythmic breathing. And now bring your right hand to your upper chest. Still, the right elbow is resting on the mat. Your fingers can extend onto the upper chest. And as you're lying, notice that when you inhale, the belly rises, the ribs expand, and the chest also rises. And when you exhale, everything drops. Inhale, expansion, everything rises, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, everything drops. Keep your awareness on noticing the sensation, this rhythm, following your breath. At any time during this practice, you'll have permission to take rest. At any time during this practice, you'll have permission to maybe even gently, slowly deepen the exhalation if you choose. And then take in a normal, regular inhalation. During this entire practice today, you might choose to just devote your practice to lying, supported, rested, and following your breath, and that's it. That's a very, very powerful practice, and it's not as easy as you might think. Some of us who may not have rested very well last night might just decide to allow ourselves to rest completely. Oh yeah, I said it. To just breathe and relax. Others will be listening to the sound, the sensation of their breath, while you decide to practice some of the movements that I will take us through. This morning, as usual, we will be mobilizing every major joint in our body, mindfully, with awareness to your breath. It's going to be easy to notice if you're working too hard, your breath will change. And if you notice that, remember that more is just more. It's not always better. So now that you know what you have options for, if it feels right to you, allow the arms to rest along the side of your body and just allow that feeling of movement of the belly, the ribs, the chest as you inhale and exhale, everything moving. Inhale, feel the expansion, and exhale the relaxation. And some of you will decide while you're breathing smoothly to bend the right knee and to hug that right knee very gently into your chest and just hold. As you inhale and exhale, breathing. Feeling that stretch along the back of your thigh, stretching the left leg away from your center as you inhale and exhale. Holding on to that right thigh with your left hand, and the right hand comes onto the mat. You might invite that right thigh to move across your body. As you inhale and exhale, just notice. Steady and rhythmic. Notice if breathing is more challenging, and if it is, you don't have to draw it across so much. Just go to the place where you can breathe. Inhale and exhale. Notice the parts of your body that are affected by gently twisting your torso like this in this stretch. And now when you're ready, we inhale and exhale. We draw that right thigh back to center, where we'll find our strap or our towel. We take the strap or our towel around the ball of that right foot. We're going to stretch that right leg out as straight as we can. The left leg is stretching out and we firm the thigh. We hold on with our hands to the strap and we press that right leg, stretching it out as straight and strong as we can. As you inhale and exhale, we draw the shoulders back and down. We try to straighten that right knee as straight as it'll go. We make a muscle at the front of that right thigh. Breathe. And we lift the toes towards your nose. We'll call that breathing 3. Breathing 4. Make a muscle at the left buttock. And breathing 5. We take both straps into the right hand, holding on with the left hand resting upon the left hip. To help keep that left hip down, we invite that right thigh to move out to the right side. And we look over the left shoulder to feel a stretch through the inner thighs. We breathe 1. Breathe 2. Breathe 3. Breathe 4. And breathe 5. As you inhale and exhale, we invite that right thigh to come back to center. Inhaling and exhaling, the left hand comes to hold on to your straps, and the left leg begins to cross gently over your hips, cross to the left side, and then we invite that right thigh to continue. Don't go as far as you can breathe. You can choose to look over the right shoulder and breathe. One, inhaling and exhaling. Breathe. Two, pressing the heels away from our center. Breathe. Three. Breathe. Four. Breathe. Five. Very gently we inhale. We bring that right thigh back to center and exhale. And as you are able to keep your breath steady, we'll hold on to both straps. And if it honors your ability to breathe, we're going to climb up that strap. We're going to use the strength of our arms. We're going to lift maybe our head and our shoulders and breathe. One, feel the abdominals working. Breathe. Two, some of us will push the left heel, the left buttock working. Breathe. Three, making a muscle through that left thigh. Breathe. Four, working through the strength of our upper body and our abdominals. And breathe. Five. And now slowly lowering down. Inhaling and exhaling. Taking both straps now. We release the straps from the right foot. We're going to breathe. Some of us are going to keep the left leg straight on the mat while we bend the right knee and extend. This is our lifting of the toes and back of the foot towards your shin, dorsiflex that ankle. We might bend that right knee and place that right ankle over the left front of the left lower leg. The hips are level as you breathe. Some of us are going to, because we can, bend that right knee a little bit more and put that right ankle over the top of the left thigh above the kneecap, meaning further closer to your hip. Some of you who know this position will say, oh yes, this is figure 4 position. Bending your left knee, holding steady, you feel a stretch. Dorsiflex that right ankle, and some of you know this position and say, I like to hug my left thigh into my chest. Others might say, I feel a better stretch in my hip if my foot is down. And others even will say, I feel a better stretch in my hips if my leg is straight. So find the position where you can breathe. One, where your head and your shoulders and your neck are supported. Breathe. Two, where you feel a little bit of a stretch, but you can breathe. Three, that's the right place to be. Breathe. Four. Everything that we do should feel good. Breathe. Five. Our muscles could get tired, but our joints should never hurt. Keep breathing as you slowly lower that left thigh as you inhale and exhale. Uncross now that right thigh, and if it honors you, straightening that right leg onto the mat, we hug the left knee into your chest, shoulders pull back and down, and you firm the right buttock and hold. Breathe. One. We might feel a big stretch along the back of that left buttock. Breathe. Two. Your left knee is into your chest. Breathe. Three. Just feel the rhythm of your breath, patterning. Breathe. Four. Firming the buttocks, making muscles at your thighs. Breathe. Five. And if it feels comfortable to you, the right hand will hold on to the left thigh. The left hand will rest on the mat, and we invite that left thigh to cross the body, looking over that left shoulder. We breathe. One. It never matters how far we go. Breathe. Two. But go to the place where you feel the stretch. Breathe. Three. Breathe. Four. Breathe. breathe 5. Your breath is always with you and it will tell you how you're doing throughout your day. Inhale and exhale, come back center. If the breath is moving smoothly, then your body's in a place where the nervous system says, yes, this is good. Everything is good. Keep breathing as we inhale and exhale. We're going to take the strap and loop it around the ball of that left foot, breathing. Draw your shoulders to your pelvis. This is a place where we will think about really straightening the left knee. Breathe. Pushing the heel away, lifting the toes towards your nose. Breathe. Stretching the right leg out and firming the right buttock as you breathe. And as you are inviting that left thigh closest to you, breathe 1. We're going for a big stretch along the back of that left thigh. Breathe 2. And as you lift your toes towards your nose, breathe 3. Really firm the muscles at the front of your thighs, left and right. Breathe 4. And press that right heel. Make a muscle through your right buttock. Breathe 5. Inhaling and exhaling, we take both straps into your left hand. Your right hand can rest on your right hip. We invite that left thigh to move out to the left side, stretching the inner thighs. The right leg and the left leg are stretching away from your center. You can firm the buttock muscles as that left thigh moves out to the side. If you choose, you can look over that right shoulder. Breathe 1. Feel the sensation. Breathe 2 of that lengthening of your muscles. Breathe 3 and notice if or when you might be holding your breath. Breathe 4. We listen to that smooth rhythmic breath. Breathe 5. That informs us that we're working at the right place. As you inhale and exhale, we bring that left thigh back to center. The transitional movements are just as important. That's a place where we like to hold our breath. So we're going to breathe, take that left thigh back center, switch hands with the strap, very gently allow that left thigh to cross just a little over your center and notice what that feels like. And if that feels okay, you can stay there or allow that left hip to roll off of the mat as that left thigh crosses your midline. Looking over your left shoulder, breathe 1, inhaling and exhaling. Breathe 2. Breathe 3. Go to the place where you can feel the sensation of your breath. Breathe 4. Focused awareness. And breathe 5. Keep the breath flowing through you as you inhale and exhale. Allow the left thigh to come back to center. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice how your breath is moving through you. If you choose, you can stay resting head down or climbing the straps as you inhale, lifting your head, your chest, your shoulders. Breathe 1. Press your right leg away from center. Breathe 2. Make a muscle at the front of your thighs. Breathe 3. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathe 4. Notice how the abdominal muscles are working. And breathe 5. Very gently, slowly lowering down. You inhale and exhale. Very nice. And then when you're ready, gently release the strap from that left foot. Breathing. Dorsiflex that left ankle. We have choices just like we did before. Some of us are going to keep that right leg straight out while we dorsiflex the left ankle. Then we bend the left knee. And this process is to evaluate. Some of us will take that left ankle and place it over the lower part below your knee joint and feel the thigh press out. And this helps us to know how our hips are rotating and if we can benefit them from doing a little bit less so that we can gradually get a little bit more motion in that hip. Some of us will bend that left knee a little bit more and the left ankle will rest above the knee joint and you're holding here. So it's over at the very bottom of the thigh. And those of you who know this position, pelvis level, might choose to bend the right knee. We're pressing that left thigh out as you breathe. And if this feels comfortable to you, you might hug that right thigh into your chest. Notice where your shoulders are. Just go to the place where you can breathe. 1. Breathe 2. Breathe 3. Breathe 4. Breathe 5. Our focused attention, awareness, maintaining smooth and rhythmic breath. Very gently as you breathe, slowly, if you had the legs lifted, allow that right foot to come back down onto the mat. Breathe. Uncrossing that left ankle as we breathe, inhale and exhale. We move into our bridge posture with the knees bent, feet parallel while you're breathing. Lift the toes to feel the ball of the foot and feel the heels anchored on the mat. The muscular arch is turned on in your feet. Wide thumbs, wide fingers, the arms stretch along the side of your hips, pressing the firm hands and the arms press firm into the mat. We press the head firmly into the mat as well. The feet press firmly into the mat and you squeeze the buttocks. This is our bridge posture. We're going to do 3 different positions. We press through the arms strong. We press through the feet strong while we're breathing smoothly. Squeezing along the backside body and pressing and then maybe tightening, firming the buttocks. And if it feels right to you, you could lift the hips into our bridge pose, position 1. Breathe 1. We press through the arms, legs. Breathe 2. Lengthen long through the front of your chest, the thighs stretch. Breathe 3. Use the arms, really work. But here's an opportunity, breathe 4, to create resistance and practice not holding your breath while you're firming muscles. That's not going to cut it. I want you to learn how to breathe while you engage your muscles. Keep the arms working, keep breathing. Slowly lower your hips. That's a really good practice to learn how to keep your breath smooth while you're creating effort. Now, you can keep your arms and legs where they are for our second round. Some of you, arms will stay where they are and the legs will step, the feet will step away, lengthening your legs, feet away from your buttocks, and you push through the feet into the mat. Breathe. Press through the arms, head and neck in neutral. Breathe. Firm the buttocks, press through the back of the arms, and let's lift for our second position. Breathe 1. Only lift as high as you can. Breathe 2. The knees and the feet are in their alignment position. Breathe 3. So wherever the knees are, the feet should be about the same alignment, the width. Breathe 4. Hips, knees, and feet. Excellent. And breathe 5. Notice where your feet are. Keep the breath moving. Keep the arms working. Slowly lower your hips down as you inhale and exhale. Breathe. You can stay there for that second position to go to the third, or you could bend the knees and bring the feet back to where we started at first, or keep breathing. You could bend the knees a lot and bring the heels as close to your buttocks as possible. Keep breathing, wide fingers and palms, press through those arms, breathe, squeeze your buttocks and lift your hips. Press and breathe 1, inhaling and exhaling. Breathe 2. Breathe 3. Breathe 4. Breathe 5. Inhaling and exhaling, slowly lower your body down. You could change the position of your feet, maybe bringing them back out a little bit if they had been bent a lot. And let's just take a moment right now to inhale and exhale. Reach your arms skyward. Stretch the fingers towards the ceiling, and from here, extend the wrists Imagine that you were pushing the ceiling away from you. This position of your hands and wrists, that's wrist extension. Pressing now. Keep the wrists where they are, thumbs and fingers wide. Flex the elbow, bend your elbows. And now the fingers are coming close to the mat. And you're going to decide, can you put your hands flat right next to your head or shoulders? Breathe. This is a little bit of a practice. It's a range of motion check. And if you can't put your palms completely flat, don't worry. Just do the best you can. Listen carefully. If you can put the palms flat, then push your hands firmly into the mat. Breathe. Push your feet firmly into the mat. Breathe. Firm your buttocks. Press your head firmly into the mat. Breathe. You're practicing the beginnings of, yes, you were already doing a backward bend. No, we don't have to actually lift our body to get the benefit of this work. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. And now release. Very nice. Release the arms. If you notice the wrists and hands took a little bit of a challenge there, circle the wrists and hands. Keep breathing. And if you notice that that wasn't exactly easy, then I'm going to invite you to repeat that somewhat offensive activity. This movement will help to encourage the upper quadrant, upper body range of motion and strength that you need to accomplish your daily living activities like brushing teeth, hygiene for your face, washing your hair, all of these things. Keep breathing as you inhale and exhale. Knees are bent. We're going to step the feet wide off of your yoga mat as you breathe. Your head, your shoulders are on the mat. Levelness through feet, hips, shoulders, and head. Dorsiflex the ankle. That means lift the top of the foot towards your shin. We're going to drop your thighs to the center. If the thighs touch one another in this position, then your feet might be too close and you might want to widen them. Make certain, keep breathing, that your middle part of your knees feel okay, no pressure, no pain. You can stay right here. This is a moment of internal rotation through both hips and breathe. Some of you are going to allow the left thigh to drop out to the side. That's a moment of external rotation. While the right thigh keeps dropping to the center, that deeper internal rotation. Some of you will say, well, I'm going to place my left ankle over the outside of my right thigh to give my right hip a little more stretch. Breathe. One. This is our supine. There you go. Hip rotator stretch. Breathe. Two. Remember, the middle part of your right knee should feel just fine. Breathe. Three. You might feel a stretch through the top of your right thigh, maybe through the hip. Breathe. Four. Everything that we do should feel good and be breathable. Five. When you're ready, inhaling and exhaling, allow that left ankle, if it was over the right thigh, to come off and invite it wide. Bring it back wide, far away like it did before it started. Inhale, bring your feet back, knees to vertical, wide feet. And then now drop the right thigh over to the right side while the left thigh drops in. So the right thigh has externally rotated through the hip. The left thigh has internally rotated through the hip socket. And if you choose, the right ankle might come up and over to give a little extra stretch over pressure to that left hip. Breathe. One. Notice you might feel that stretch through that left hip. Breathe. Two. Belly rising and falling. Breathe. Three. Breathe. Four. Breathe. Five. Inhaling and exhaling, slowly release your right ankle. Allowing that right thigh to come back out to the side. We're going to lift both thighs back to vertical. Inhale and exhale. And now we walk the feet closer to one another, where the soles of your feet touch one another. The thighs drop out to the side. We draw the shoulders back and down. Wide thumbs, wide fingers. We press the hands firmly into the mat. This is our butterfly press. You can push the soles of the feet together, breathing. Notice the muscles that are working. Squeeze your buttocks, breathing. Press the arms into the mat. Press the shoulders back and down, breathing. And some of you, as you squeeze the buttocks, might even lift the hips off the mat. Breathe. 1. Breathe. 2. Breathe. 3. Breathe. 4. Breathe. 5. And then slowly lower down as you inhale and exhale. Letting go of all muscular effort. Breathing. Slowly allowing the thighs to come back to vertical. Keep breathing. We use the breath to help us know how much to do. We continue with our next movement. While we're breathing, the right thigh will cross way over the left thigh. Keep breathing. We'll squeeze the thighs together. And if it honors your ability to breathe, we're going to drop both thighs over to the left. You will go as far as you are comfortable. You feel a stretch and you can breathe. 1. There may be a big stretch through your hips, maybe through your spine, the ribs. Breathe. 2, looking over that right shoulder. Breathe. 3. Breathing might not be as easy as it looks. Breathe. 4. Only go as far as you can. Breathe smoothly. Breathe. 5. Inhaling and exhaling. Allow your body to come back center. Keep breathing. Using the breath as your guide to know how much to do. We uncross the right thigh. Keep breathing. Switching. Now the left thigh crosses way over the right. Firm the inner thigh muscles. Allow both thighs to drop towards the right, looking over the left shoulder. Breathe. 1. Breathe. 2. Breathe. 3. Breathe. 4. Breathe. 5. Keep breathing smoothly as you inhale. Bring the thighs back to center. Exhale. Uncross the left thigh as you inhale and exhale. Place the left foot down. And this is where some of us are going to choose to either move into our relaxation, our Shavasana, or move into our inversion. It's a variation of an inversion. This is our supported legs up the wall position. If you have your rolled up blanket or your pillow, we will take that blanket or pillow and place it underneath our thighs, because we're going to breathe, lift the hips up and place the blanket underneath or the pillow underneath our hips. Our hips are elevated lightly. In this position, some of you already know that we use our aromatherapy at this moment. So if you choose and you have your aromatherapy with you, you can reach for your little drop of aromatherapy. And if you're like, well, I don't have anything, you could, and at a future time, you could bring a little piece of a lemon peel or a piece of orange peel or some herbs from your garden and just rub them together, just kind of rub on that and take in the essence. So if you have your aromatherapy, place a drop on your palm and rub the palms together and breathe in the essence. You can stay right here. Some of us are going to bend your right knee, bringing that knee into your chest. feeling the low back stretch a little bit. If it feels comfortable, bend your left knee, bringing both knees up. This should not be hard work to hold the legs up. Some of you will straighten the legs up in the air, holding steady in this position, just allowing yourself to hold steady. Breathe. You can dorsiflex and plantar flex the ankles. This is great practice as you inhale and exhale. Maybe make circles with the ankles. Breathe while they're up in the air. Maybe reverse the circles, inhaling and exhaling. And then just relax those legs up in the air. Now remember, you might be more comfortable with the knees bent because that allows you to feel more support. And others will say, I want my feet down, but it feels good to have my hips up. And others will say, I'm already ready for my Shavasana. So you decide where you're going to be. Hold in this position, whatever you decide, and breathe. Allow your body to rest. When we get upside down, the legs up in the air, it changes the position of our body so that the heart muscle gets to rest. It doesn't have to work so hard to bring blood back from the toes. It's a good practice. And yes, it also changes our perspective. The world looks different when we're upside down. Breathe. This is a good position too to take a peek at your toes. Making sure that the vitality, the skin and the circulation in your toes and your feet are good. Very gently now, bend your knees, let the knees drop towards your chest as you inhale and exhale. Slowly allow the right foot to come down onto the mat as you inhale and exhale. The left foot comes down onto the mat, breathing. We lift the hips up off the blanket. The great place to keep the blanket is to let it rest behind your knees and to stretch the arms and the legs out and just allow your body to rest on the mat. As you inhale and exhale, breathing, inhaling and exhaling. If it honors you, your arms can rest alongside your body, palms facing skyward. You could put your hands on your abdomen or one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest or ribs, and just bringing your attention to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Today we're going to practice a few activities that are wonderful for encouraging our nervous system, our autonomic nervous system, to function more effectively, encouraging the communication between our internal organs and our primitive brain. These practices have been found for many different people to be soothing and comfortable. It is your choice. You could allow yourself just to rest and listen to what we're working on, or if you choose, you can join. So if you decide you want to join us, let's bring your hands, both hands, your fingertips with your elbows bent, both hands to your upper chest. And just rest right now with your fingertips on your upper chest. And while you're resting and breathing, we're going to begin to tap, beat, beat, beat. Tap lightly your fingers on your chest. Now each of us will go at your own tempo. Beat, 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 tap. We're drumming gently on your chest. Fingers so light. Breathing. Inhale and exhale. Just rest as your fingers tap. Beat, 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 beat. Inhaling and exhaling. And now relax your fingers. Let them just rest on your chest. Breathe. Feel the sensation. Notice how that made you feel. Remembering as we try some of these activities, you have permission to rest at any time. The next activity that we will do to help to encourage a stimulation of the nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, and primarily the captain of the autonomic nervous system, our vagus nerve, we're going to create a buzzing sound. Now, if you feel silly, you don't want to buzz, you don't have to. You can just listen to me making the buzzing sound. But I would like to encourage you to find peace. Don't worry. None of us is judging. And guess what? You're muted from my end, so I can't hear you. Fingers are resting on your chest. Take a breath, inhale. Keep going. Go at your own pace. It doesn't have to be as long. Can be shorter. They could be in a different tune or octave. Allow yourself to rest. Breathing, just notice how you feel. Our next practice for stimulating the vagus nerve, stimulating the relaxation response, stimulating our healing response is humming. Yes, I said humming, Humming. Once again, you're the only one that can hear you. If you choose, you can listen to me hum, or you could hum. Maybe you'll hum a tune. Maybe you'll just hum, 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 hum. Allow yourself to rest. Take in, notice what you're feeling. Relaxing and resting. You might choose to join me for the next few rounds of the sound Om. Once again, even hearing the sound, these vibrational qualities, sound and music, are very healing and encouraging to the nervous system. You can join me or just listen to the sound. 5 Oms. Inhale. One more. Allow yourself to rest. Breathing. Recognizing the sensation of your body. Relaxation. Resting. Renewal. Regeneration. The vagus nerve is the captain of the autonomic nervous system, part of our nervous system that encourages return to balance, healing, regeneration. This is a powerful practice. Sound, vibration, tapping, drumming, singing, playing a wind instrument. Good practice. Breathe. Very gently bringing awareness, subtle awareness, to movement of fingers and toes as you breathe, stretching the arms and legs. Gently bending your knees. You have permission granted to stay lying there if you choose, but if you like, you could come to sitting. We roll onto our side, gradually rolling up to come into the seated position. You can use your blanket to sit upon, or just sit on the mat, legs straight ahead of you or crossed. We close with one more opportunity for you to hear the sound of the Mangala mantra, the peace invocation. I'll inhale. Oh. Svasti Prajabhyayam Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmane Vyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Inhale, reach the arms skyward, gently bring the palms together, move them past the mind's eye. The peace invocation, may all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free from suffering. May the leaders of this earth protect it in every way by keeping to the right path. And may there be goodness and peace and joy to those who hold and keep the earth sacred. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. It's a wonderful mantra during your day when you're feeling a little overwhelmed. If you're feeling a little bit, you can Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can also, really belt it out for your neighbors. When you're at the HEB, that's even better. Kind of keep people on their toes. Thank you for coming out to practice, to be with us. That was just a little extra special edition for our practice today. It's my birthday, so I get to do whatever I want to.